This episode on Sailing Popao.
Cut either side of the gills there. Oh, you dirty.
Oh. We set sail for Yamba.
It's a monster. Look at him.
And have a rowdy entrance into the river.
Pretty. Oh my God.
After waiting on the Goldie for a weather window to sail south, we finally had one open up, so we jumped at the opportunity late one evening.
Well, the worst part's done. We're out of the bar. It is 2:30 a.m, dead low tide. Tide's still running out, but that's why we like to leave from the seaway, because it is a great bar. I wouldn't want to go mid-tide, but yeah, end of the tide, I think it's lost most of its oomph. So we've had about 5 hours of motoring, no wind, but the advantages of motoring, we catch fish. Something tiny.
Good crab bait for Yamba.
Oh yes. What is that? A little match?
Or something. It's nice, easy to wind in.
Yeah.
He's off again.
Do you want me to gaff it?
Yeah, should be right. Might be.
Oh, perfect crab bait. Hell yeah.
How's the colours on them?
Beautiful fish. Such a predator, aren't they?
All the little fins, there's a little pocket there that just folds in, and that just has a little pocket for it as well. So they're dark on top, so if predators are looking from the top, they can't see them. And then light on the bottom. Even that little fin there that slots in.
Beautiful.
Alright, you want to give me that little knife? Make a little triangle between the head there, the eyes, triangle, just a little wiggle. That's it. If we're going to eat it, we just cut either side of the gills there. Oh, you dirty.
Oh. Okay, we've bled it as well. Oh no. What happened? You hit its gills.
Here they come. New South Wales coast. So nice. Oh!
They're huge! They're massive dolphins!
It's a monster. Look at him. Oh, look at the baby. Come look at the baby. Little baby one there. Look, with mum. That one's got a bite out of it.
Whoa! Cookie cutter. Cookie cutter bites? Look at this one.
Whitetail.
Like
Yeah, well,
nowhere
they're
for the
riding
ball.
the pressure wave. That's why they do it.
You need a hull strap?
Nice handy foul.
Huh. Did you hear that? One was like, yee, and then they just failed. Instantly.
Hey guys, it's better waves over here.
Yeah.
This guy's got a massive wave.
After 10 hours of motoring, we finally found some wind, and with a couple of knots of current, we were flying along at a lovely 7 to 8 knots.
Wind has picked up. It's absolutely beautiful sailing and more dolphins. Oh, how good is this? Beautiful. Different type of dolphins, these ones. Yeah, looks like it. Look at that white stripe.
So we just put a reef in the main. Jess said to put a reef in the main ages ago. It was only blowing like 15 knots, but yep, you know what they say. You got to put a reef in when you think about it, and it was the best idea because it's blowing like 22 to 24 knots now, and we've just pulled out the heady. We've reduced that too, and we are still flying along at 7 to 9 knots. So much more comfortable. And it's pretty crazy to think that we actually were beating into this last time we came down when at 25 knots southerly came up unforecast. And we had one engine that was broken down, and it was our first passage. It was super stressful, but this is just champagne. Cruising along nicely here, 7 to 9 knots, averaging 7.2 for the whole trip, which is really good. And max speed 12. We should be there in a couple of hours, which will put us, it's low tide on the bar at 5. So we'll be there at like 6:30, 7 o'clock hopefully, and that should be plenty of light and plenty of water. Hopefully the overrun's not too much, but we got plenty of time to sit it out. So anyway, looking forward to getting back to Yamba. Water's still blue as. You and your little Ottoman Empire over there.
It's good.
You wanted that thing for freaking ages.
Yeah, I've been hunting this down since Cairns. I finally got one in Brisbane. But the issue's always been that at the helm out there we don't really have good vision. It's good at night because you just stick your head up and have a look. But I like sitting in here and looking out the window. I can see better. And then I just have the little iPad set up with the navigation and stuff. But it was always too short. And we'd always have to stack of cushions and they'd fall off. But this is perfect. Loving it. And I can see everything, and I'm dry and warm. And I'm just waiting because the last 10 miles, they just...
The last 10 miles takes 100 miles.
You've done 100 miles.
Yeah, it feels like another 100.
And it's gone so quick, but the last 2 hours, the last hour always goes so slow. I've had the countdown on the miles and it's just taken forever. Like, where is Yamba? We're so freaking close. I can see all the pine trees and stuff now.
Yeah, we're just over it.
You start to see the grass.
We're ready to call it.
Yeah, I'm so glad we left early. So last night, we were actually going to sail through the night and go to Port Macquarie, which would have put us all tonight, all day tomorrow, and sail to Port Mac. I think it was like 250 nautical miles.
236 to Camden.
Yeah, and we were going to leave at 5 a.m. this morning, and last night before bed we checked the weather and it was just a bit too windy for our liking. Tonight's forecast was like 30, so
well, this was supposed to be 20 to 25 and now this is 25 to 30.
Yeah, so...
And then tonight's going to be 30.
You'll be seeing 40s tonight, I reckon. So I'm really glad that we changed our mind last minute, because if we stuck with our original plan, we'd probably be between a rock and a hard place, because we would have had to have gone through that bar in the dark, which we probably wouldn't have done with just big night, which would put us in 40 knot wind. So, you know, we're so close now.
Really there.
It's been a nice day.
So glad when you're in there.
Oh, so happy with it. Surfing down the waves at 10 knots, double reef, hardly any heady, and the engines are still down like a drogue, and we're still going 10 knots. This is a strong northerly, like, we didn't get that many northerlies over 25 knots. Whoa! This is why we take the engine off the tender. There's one of these brakes in it. It's a lot of weight. Gusting up to 30 knots or 29 knots. So yeah, it's going 27. Pretty.
Oh my god.
That's why you always have one hand on the boat. Well, that was bound to happen eventually. That happened the other day.
Huh?
Oh. Confession time on camera.
A little bit of maybe let's just take it down.
Alright, please hold. As I was saying before I ripped the fishing rod holder off the roof, was that we've put the second reef in now. It was blowing nearly 30 knots, so we usually reef at 20, first reef, and then the second reef goes in anything over 25. So yeah, we're flying along there. We hit 13 knots under sail, which is, I think that's our fastest.
The other night at Morton.
Oh, we did 13, okay. Yeah, so that's, yeah, we don't want to go much faster than that, really.
No,
Never.
Unless it's flat water.
Yeah. But, yeah, just too fast, a bit out of control. I mean, it's probably fine, but it's way above our pay grade and our experience. We're just going to keep it simple. We like to go slower. Like, it's so comfortable now that we've got that second reef in. We're holding course really well. The swell's passing us, we're not surfing down it, so it's actually traveling a lot faster than us. And we're still going 6 to 7 knots, so pretty much doing the same speed as we were before, but we're not surfing, which is really cool. So still got a little bit of current behind us, 1 knot.
1.1 knot, right in here.
We should be the bar. How many miles away are we? Not far. Where do you go?
4.5.
Another little trick for cruising the New South Wales coastline, because the bars are really bad here. There's actually online bar cameras for most of the crossings. Some of them are really dirty, like they need to spray and wipe that stuff because they're just covered in salt. But the other one's on the VMR tower, I'm pretty sure, and it's always clean. So I'm just looking at it now. You sort of need to know what you're looking at though. It's on the northern wall of the bar.
It's way down the river though, that one.
So this one is looking across the river at the moment, which is useless. Like, that's always calm in there. If it's rough, then you probably shouldn't be at sea. It will turn in a second. I don't think I have internet. I'll try and get it when it goes out to sea, but you can see, like, I know because I've been there, but you could probably also figure it out from the shadows and the sun, depending if you're coming in midday. Obviously that's going to be a bit harder, but at the moment we've got late afternoon sun, so we're not going to be seeing anything when we come in, but we know it's pretty flat. Like, I checked this earlier today, the camera will be really good because it will have the light behind it, and I know that it's flat, so I hope. Shouldn't say that, I'll jinx it. Alright, we've got the bar camera working now. I can see white waves, but I'm pretty sure that's just the chop that we've got here now because it is breaking. There's one patch that's constant and we are coming in on the northern side, so I think we're good. I can't see any rolling breaking waves there. And the tide's running in, and I think the main thing that affects these bars is the ground swell, like those really big period, like 10+ second period swell. That's when it starts breaking on the bars really, really badly.
Here you can see us centering the main in preparation to drop the sail for the bar entry. With our 2 engines running, we'd rather driving than add an extra component we'd need to worry about during the crossing. As we approached the river mouth, it became clear there was still a bit of overrun, but being towards the end of the tide and with the swell still rather small, it wasn't standing up.
A bit wider around that break wall. We should get it turned like that. It's gnarly, you see it running out a bit here. I don't know about you, but I've never been happier to be inside the breakwater.
Driest mouth.
Oh, good driving. That
30
was
knots the whole time. It was like picked up just for the crossing.
That was really intense, and like if that was a run out tide, that would be, you wouldn't do it. We keep going. We'd go in like 40 knots. Stuff that, because yeah, that would just be way too gnarly. That's why you have to get the bars right, because on a run out, that would be breaking all over your boat. You just couldn't do it. Stats are 105.7 miles. We averaged 7.2 knots with a max speed of 13. Not bad for amateurs. I'm gonna go tidy up the sails so we don't look like complete kooks when we pull into anchorage, because we've got everywhere. Do the old dump and run.
Oh well, anchor to anchor. 107.2. Average 7.1. Max speed 13. Max stress 1 million.
Adrenal dump.
And now,
Alright.
cheers Matthew Staunton for the beers. We're gonna go full strength today. Cheers Popeye for the engineering Coldy holder. And Jess's classic.
Good job, Skipper. That was the most stressful bar crossing we've had to date, that's for sure.
It was pretty scary.
Definitely still running out a little bit.
Yeah, the overrun. I don't know if it was running out or not, but it was just blowing 30 knots.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
Should we sit outside?
Not on the front, too cold.
Enough wind for one day.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit right here. Drink my beer. And there's our friends over there.
Our boat parents.
Our boat parents. First person to ever introduce us as sundowners. Hurdle turtle in the background there. So peaceful here after that sail. It's amazing how quick it changes, but we're here having a beer. We got a whole week of relaxing activities. Crab pots going in ASAP tomorrow.
Join us next episode.
It's Valentine's Day and I'm going to take Jessie on a little Valentine's date.
It's raining. I don't want to go cramming.
It's Valentine's Day, it'll be romantic.
So, my theory has some merit by the looks of it.
278 kilos. We 10 guineas to buy, 2 guineas to get cut up, and it's not worth a cracker. Death row meal. Come up.
G'day everyone.
G'day guys, thank you so much for all your support. We've been overwhelmed with the amount of orders we've got on the merch.
Yeah, if you haven't already got some, head on over to sailingforpower.com to check it out.
Also, just wanted to say another huge thank you to all our patrons out there. Your support is amazing.
Really appreciate it.
Thank you, and see you on the next
Hopefully
one.
See you next episode.